Top 10 Incredible Facts About World History. History is full of mind-blowing moments, surprising connections, and unbelievable events. From ancient civilizations to modern breakthroughs, the past has shaped the world in ways we often overlook. Some historical facts are so incredible that they sound like fiction, yet they are entirely true. Every era has left behind stories that challenge our understanding of time, innovation, and human resilience. Here are 10 incredible facts about world history that will leave you in awe. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss out on our upcoming videos. Fact number 1. The pyramids were built while mammoths still existed. The Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the most iconic landmarks in human history, was completed around 2560 BCE. At the same time, woolly mammoths were still roaming parts of the earth. While these prehistoric creatures were nearing extinction on Wrangel Island, Egyptian laborers were hauling massive limestone blocks to create a structure that would stand for millennia. The idea of these two vastly different worlds coexisting is mind-blowing. The extinction of mammoths was caused by climate changes and hunting by early humans, while the Egyptian civilization was thriving in developing complex architecture. This overlap in history serves as a reminder of how vast time truly is, with events that seem incredibly distant sometimes occurring simultaneously. The next time you think about the past, consider how interconnected history truly is. Seemingly separate timelines can exist side by side in ways we never expect. Fact number 2. The oldest known written recipe is for beer. Beer is one of the oldest beverages in human history, dating back over 5,000 years to ancient Mesopotamia. The first recorded recipe, written in cuneiform on a clay tablet, describes the brewing method using fermented bread and barley in water. The Sumerians, one of the earliest civilizations, considered beer a divine gift and had dedicated brewmasters to perfect its craft. This beverage was often safer than water due to the fermentation process, which killed harmful bacteria. Beyond sustenance, beer played a key role in religious ceremonies, trade, and social gatherings. It was even offered to the gods in rituals. It's fascinating to realize that a drink enjoyed at modern social events has roots stretching back to the dawn of civilization. Fact number 3. Cleopatra lived closer to the moon landing than the pyramids. Many people associate Cleopatra with ancient Egypt's grand monuments, but she lived closer in time to the Apollo 11 moon landing than to the construction of the Great Pyramid. The pyramid was built around 2560 BCE, while Cleopatra reigned from 51 to 30 BCE. That's a gap of over 2,400 years, whereas the moon landing in 1969 was just over 2,000 years after her rule. This challenges our perception of history, making ancient events feel more recent than they seem. Cleopatra was an influential figure in Egyptian politics, romantically linked to Roman leaders like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. She played a pivotal role in shaping Egypt's final dynasty. Yet, in the grand scope of time, she is closer to modern space exploration than to the ancient structures she is often associated with. Fact number 4. The Great Fire of London stopped the plague. The Great Fire of London in 1666 was a catastrophic event, destroying much of the city. However, it may have had an unexpected silver lining. It helped stop the Great Plague of London, which had devastated the city just a year prior. The fire burned down large portions of London, including areas heavily infested with the rats and fleas that carried the deadly Yersinia pestis bacteria. Since sanitation was poor in the 17th century, the city was a breeding ground for disease, and the plague had already killed nearly 100,000 people. While the fire was undoubtedly a disaster, it also acted as an unintentional cleanser, forcing the city to rebuild with improved urban planning and sanitation measures. This event highlights how some of history's most tragic moments can sometimes lead to unforeseen benefits. Though the fire left thousands homeless, it also marked the beginning of a new and improved London that would continue to evolve over the centuries. Fact number 5. Napoleon was once attacked by bunnies. Napoleon Bonaparte is known for his military genius and legendary conquests, but even the greatest leaders have bizarre moments. One of the strangest incidents in Napoleon's life involved an attack, not by enemy soldiers, but by a horde of rabbits. According to historical accounts, Napoleon's chief of staff arranged a rabbit hunt for him and his men. Hundreds of rabbits were gathered and placed in cages, ready to be released for the hunt. However, when the cages were opened, the rabbits didn't flee in fear. They charged straight at Napoleon and his troops. Instead of scattering, they swarmed the emperor, much to his confusion and embarrassment. The likely explanation: the rabbits had been domesticated and saw Napoleon as a source of food rather than a threat. In the grand scope of history, this odd moment serves as a humorous reminder that even the most powerful figures can be caught off guard by the unexpected. Fact number 6. A war was fought over a bucket. In 1325, one of the strangest wars in history broke out between two Italian city-states, Bologna and Modena, all because of a stolen wooden bucket. The conflict, known as the War of the Bucket, began when soldiers from Modena raided Bologna and took a simple oak bucket from a city well. Enraged by the theft, Bologna declared war on Modena, and the two sides clashed in battle. Despite the bizarre cause, the war led to a significant battle known as the Battle of Zappolino, where thousands of troops fought. Modena emerged victorious, and to add insult to injury, they kept the bucket as a trophy. To this day, the bucket remains in Modena as a historical artifact. This war demonstrates how small disputes can escalate into significant conflicts, reminding us that human history is often shaped by both grand events and surprisingly trivial ones. Fact number 7. The Eiffel Tower was almost demolished. The Eiffel Tower, one of the most recognizable structures in the world, was never meant to be a permanent fixture in Paris. Built in 1889 as part of the World's Fair, it was initially disliked by many Parisians, including prominent artists and intellectuals who found it an eyesore. The tower was supposed to be dismantled after 20 years, but its usefulness as a radio transmission tower saved it from destruction. As radio technology developed, the tower became an important communications hub, proving its value beyond aesthetics. Over time, public opinion shifted, and the Eiffel Tower grew to become a beloved symbol of France. Today, millions of tourists visit it each year, and it stands as a testament to the fact that what is once unpopular can later be cherished. If history had taken a different turn, Paris might have lost its most iconic landmark. Fact number 8. The Library of Alexandria's loss may be overstated. The Library of Alexandria is often described as the greatest loss of knowledge in history, with tales of its catastrophic destruction leading to the loss of countless ancient texts. However, modern historians believe the reality is more complex. Rather than being destroyed in a single cataclysmic event, the library likely declined over centuries due to multiple factors, including war, economic decline, and changing political power. While some texts were undoubtedly lost, many were likely copied and preserved elsewhere. The true scale of the loss may never be known, but the myth surrounding its destruction highlights how history can sometimes be exaggerated over time. This event reminds us that while knowledge can be fragile, human curiosity and resilience ensure that learning continues across generations. Fact number 9. The Cold War almost ended over a submarine. During the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, the world teetered on the edge of nuclear catastrophe when a Soviet submarine, armed with nuclear torpedoes, nearly launched an attack. The crew was under immense pressure, believing war had already begun. To fire the weapon, 3 officers needed to approve the launch. 2 officers were prepared to proceed, but Vasily Arkhipov, the 3rd officer, stood his ground and refused. His decision ultimately prevented what could have escalated into World War III. Arkhipov's courage and judgment played a crucial role in averting a nuclear disaster, proving that a single individual's resolve can change the course of history. Fact number 10. The longest war in history lasted 335 years. The Anglo-Dutch War between the Isles of Scilly and the Netherlands holds the record for the longest war in history, lasting an incredible 335 years. What makes it even more astonishing is that not a single shot was fired throughout the conflict. The war began in 1651 due to unresolved tensions, but was largely forgotten over time. It wasn't until 1986 that a peace treaty was officially signed, bringing the centuries-long war to an end. Despite its lengthy duration, the war had no battles or casualties, making it one of the most unusual conflicts in history. It serves as a reminder of how diplomatic oversight can lead to bizarre and prolonged standoffs. History is full of surprises, from hilarious moments to life-changing events. Which of these facts amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible insights into history.